Hello everyone, I am going to talk about the measurement of economic development in this session. We are all aware about the meaning of economic development. In simple words, economic development refers to increase in the national income of a country, or else increase in the per capita income of a country could also be considered as economic development. There is a very popular definition of economic development given by Meir and Baldwin. According to them, economic development is a process whereby a country's real national income increases over a long period of time. So, they also said that economic development depends upon the country's national income. Whenever the national income increases, the economic development enhances, and whenever the national income decreases, there will be very poor economic development in the country. Till 1970s, all the countries used to mention their economic development in terms of national income or per capita income. It means that other variables or other parameters of economic development were not taken into consideration by the countries till 1970s. So, a comprehensive indicator to measure economic development was required during that period. So, therefore, in 1970s, a comprehensive index of economic development to measure the growth of economic development in each and every country came into existence in the form of physical quality of life index. And in this slide, you can see the picture of a person who had developed a physical quality of the life index, Maurice D. Morris. As I already told you, PQLI stands for Physical Quality of Life Index, which measures the country's well-being or quality of life of the people. It was developed in 1979, and PQLI was created to address the limitations of GNP or GDP as an indicator of development. And David Morris developed this indicator for 23 developed and developing countries, which means that initially he had taken 23 countries, and its values or database has been considered for measuring the economic development. With regard to the indicators of PQLI, there are three important indicators or the components of PQLI. One is life expectancy, which means number of years a person is expected to live. For example, in India, the life expectancy is approximately 75 years. Infant mortality, the death of a child before attaining the age of 1. And for example, in India, the infant mortality rate is approximately 29 to 30 per 1000 live births, because infant mortality is measured per 1000 live births. And basic literacy rate, which indicates the eligibility or the kids or a child's capability of reading and writing in a simple language above 7 years. So, these are the important indicators of physical quality of life index. And when we analyze or discuss about the indicators, we have apart from the income, apart from GDP or apart from money, there are two more indicators which are actually involved in measuring economic development. So, in this respect, physical quality of life index is different from the previous indicators of economic development. And when it comes to the measurement of PQLI, it is rated on a scale of 0 to 1. And 0, if the value of PQLI is 0, then it is considered as worst performance of the country as far as economic development is considered. And if the value of PQLI is 1, it is considered as the best performance. And Morris has given the following formula to obtain the PQLI. You can see the formula in the slide. PQLI is equal to LEI plus IMI plus BLI. LEI means life expectancy index, IMI means infant mortality index, and BLI basic literacy index, and taking the average of these three components. Now, let us calculate the PQLI by taking into consideration a particular value. and for the calculation of PQLI, each component has to be taken into consideration, and each component, each indicator has got its own respective formula. For example, life expectancy index is equal to actual value minus minimum value divided by maximum value minus minimum value. IMI is equal to, infant mortality is equal to maximum value minus actual value divided by maximum value minus minimum value. Basic literacy is equal to actual value minus minimum value divided by maximum value minus minimum value. So, actual maximum and minimum values are always collected from by taking into consideration a particular country's life expectancy value, infant mortality rate value, and the education value. So, let us calculate the PQLI for India by taking into consideration the values of life expectancy, infant mortality, and education of India for a particular year. Now, let us consider the value of a life expectancy of India as 65 years, actual value of infant mortality as 70 per 1000 live births, and education as 65. Then the PQLI will be, life expectancy will be 69.69 or 69%, infant mortality will be 72 or 0.72 or 72%, and basic literacy will be 65% or 0.65. And the next step is calculation of PQLI. So, all those values have to be substituted to the formula of PQLI. Then the value comes as 0.69 or 69. Therefore, 69%. Therefore, India's PQLI value is 69% or 0.69. And once the value of PQLI is obtained, it has to be interpreted. It has to be properly justified, and according to Morris, if the value is above 0.8, it will be considered as high PQLI values, and there will be very good development in the economy. If the value is ranges between 0.79 to 0.5, then it is considered as medium physical quality of life, and if the value is less than 0.5 or 0.49, then it will be considered as very poor physical quality of life. So, this is all about the meaning, calculation or the measurement of PQLI, and how a particular country's values are taken into consideration for the calculation of PQLI. Thank you very much.